Hey everybody, Premier John Horgan here, coming to you from the traditional territory of the Lekwungen-speaking people, the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations. At the outset, I want to congratulate Laurie Mayhew on returning as Secretary-Treasurer. Laurie, you've spent more than 30 years helping make MoveUP the strong, progressive union it is. Congratulations as well to returning President David Black. Thank you, David, for your leadership over the years. Every day you show us how to organize workers and pursue social justice. It's been 3 long years since I last had an opportunity to talk to you. And of course, during that time, the pandemic has taught us many valuable lessons. It matters who governs us, and it matters how we get governed. We're getting through the pandemic by following a simple principle: putting people first. That's been at the top of mind of every decision that we've made on every file. What's best for people? How can we keep people healthy and safe and keep our economy strong? The past year has also shown us, of course, the importance government puts on the people that they represent. I've spoken to you as the opposition energy critic. I've spoken to you as the opposition leader. And 3 years ago, I spoke to you as a newly elected premier. And today, I'm grateful to say I'm speaking to you as a re-elected premier, focused on progress for people rather than just on opposition. I want to thank MoveUP and individual union members for all of your support. You helped us with an historic election win. Our caucus is made up of 57 members, 29 of them women. That is more than ever before, and the first time in Canadian history that there have been more women in a caucus than men, and it is about time. The people of BC have also elected a diverse caucus, truly representative of the people of British Columbia. A victory for all British Columbians, because we now better reflect and represent the diversity of our great province. We've also focused on the values that people represented in your union bring forward each and every day. We have so many of our members helping us out that used to be staff members at MoveUP. Sometimes it feels like we're having a reunion, and that's a good thing. And I know from personal experience what it means to live in a union household. My father died unexpectedly when I was a child, leaving my mom to raise me and my 3 siblings in an uncertain future. She did get a job finally working at a municipal government, but one day she had a dispute with her boss. Alice was feisty, and she told her boss to go to hell, and then she marched out the door. On her way out, the shop steward stopped her and said, "Hang on a bit, Alice, let's work on this." And the union was kept true to its word, kept its promise, and my mom kept her job. That union job provided a stable income for our family and allowed me to be the first person in our family to attend a university. And one of my older brothers, of course, spent a career as a firefighter, another union job. The other brother, a longshoreman, 35 years of union wages and union benefits. Both of them raised their families because of the value of union membership. My siblings instilled in me the value of organizing, and I'm so proud that MoveUP always extends its efforts to add benefits and values to others, not just within MoveUP, but right across the labor movement. Famous CCF leader J.S. Woodsworth famously said, "What we desire for ourselves, we wish for all." That's the slogan of the BC Federation of Labor. And we all deserve to have a safe home, healthy food, a good education, and an opportunity to realize our full potential. I got into public life to help others and ensure people got the same opportunities that I had. That's another guiding principle of my government and a guiding principle of MoveUP. Remove barriers, open doors for a better future. I want to talk to you a little bit about what we've been doing in that regard to make sure that we can accomplish the promises and the commitments that we made to the people of British Columbia. Many of you have spent years fighting to make childcare more accessible and affordable. You know the value of quality childcare for children and for parents. It reduces barriers to entering the workforce, and it allows more people, especially women, to get family-supporting jobs. The pandemic, of course, reinforced this. Kids deserve the best possible start in life, and that's why we're working every day to bring on more $10 a day care spaces so that families can have the support they need so they can build strong families in communities right across British Columbia. Parents need to know that when they go to work, their kids are being cared for by quality early childhood educators that are getting paid a fair wage. We also brought in the BC Child Opportunity, extending support to children, not just to age 6, as previous governments have done, but all the way to age 18. Because as a parent, I know that kids don't stop costing money at age 6. That continues throughout their lives. And government has a role to play to help those on low and medium incomes make sure that they're getting the supports that they need. The pandemic has also shown us that a healthy economy needs a healthy workforce. That's why we introduced paid leave so people could get vaccinated. And we also introduced a temporary paid sick leave program so that ailing workers could stay home without missing out on a paycheck. And you will know that we have just concluded an extensive consultation with people right across British Columbia. So starting on January 1st, there will be a new permanent paid sick leave plan to protect workers and workplaces. It's long overdue, and it's finally going to be available to those who need it most. Your members have also done important work to support public auto insurance. It was, of course, an earlier NDP government that created ICBC, but it was another party, another government, that treated ICBC as a piggy bank, a cash cow, to be looted whenever they felt the need. Instead of providing a public benefit to those who need protection, they abused ICBC and turned the public against it. So for the past 4 years, we have been cleaning up that mess that they left behind. And your Driving Public campaign made that possible. You spoke up to protect public auto insurance, and we responded, bringing in an enhanced care model to drive down rates and ensure people get the care that they need. When we took office, the minimum wage in British Columbia was $10.85 an hour. It had been stagnant for years as costs went up for everything else. Today, I'm proud to say that the minimum wage in BC is $15.20 an hour, and it will continue to rise at the rate of inflation year after year. You also saw us eliminate the discriminatory server wage, which unfairly targeted women in the hospitality sector, forcing them to live on tips rather than live on fair wages. That's not happening in our BC anymore, and it won't happen again as long as we hang together, focusing on the things that matter to working people. I want to thank MoveUP for all you did for the Fight for BC campaign and the things you do every day to truly make a difference in the workforce, not just for MoveUP members, but for all workers in British Columbia. Your ambition is as ambitious as our agenda. Minister Ravi Kahlon has been working hard to prepare an economic recovery plan, a plan that will move BC along a path of shared prosperity, building an economy that works for everyone. You know, of course, about the challenges of climate change, a threat that is not decades away, not even years away, but is impacting us right now where we live. We have seen wildfires, devastating floods, droughts, and now heat waves that make it abundantly clear that climate action is imperative right now, not in the future, but today. Through our Clean BC plan, we are on track to make a difference. We have regulated carbon emissions from the big polluters, and we've made it easier to switch from fossil fuels to clean energy solutions. We've legislated strong GHG reduction targets to keep governments, this one and future ones, accountable. But there's still more to do, and you know that. The scale of the crisis demands that we act with great urgency, and we can't afford to delay action or leave the challenge to future generations. We can no longer kick the can down the road. We have to take action today. So this week we announced a Clean BC roadmap to 2030, which builds on the progress we've already made. It will help power businesses and communities with clean, made in BC electricity. MoveUP members at BC Hydro will make that happen. The roadmap will make polluting more expensive and cleaner choices more affordable. This is the clear and credible plan that people were looking for, and I'm proud to work with MoveUP and members across British Columbia to make that happen. We are on track to meet our ambitious targets, but ambition can be stifled by a change of government. If we're going to make it to net zero by 2050, we need to continue to focus on working together, collaborating, because British Columbians care deeply about these issues, just as they do about our ancient forests. That's perfectly clear to me as well. It's also clear that tired policies from decades ago do not address the challenges of today. In June, we announced a new vision for forest policy, one that is environmentally sustainable and puts people and communities first, partnering with Indigenous nations who deserve to know that the lands that they have stewarded for millenniums, not millennials, are there for them now and well into the future. We've introduced legislation that represents the first steps towards making that vision a reality. And we're going to harness the skills of British Columbians to get the most out of every log. We can no longer demand or depend on volume. Instead, we have to focus on adding value to each log, making sure we're creating jobs right here in BC while we sustain our forests. We want a forest sector that is responsive to the needs of local communities and is aligned with the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. That's the path we set out on, and that's the path we will complete working together. It benefits Indigenous peoples, it benefits the forests on their lands, and of course, it makes it absolutely certain that everyone in British Columbia has a full understanding and appreciation of the importance of forests, not just as timber, but as biodiversity, as places for renewal, where salmon and other animals can continue to thrive and prosper in our beautiful, beautiful province. These solutions are not simple. The challenges are profound, but a government focused on people can get it done. You all know this, and that's why working together, we'll be able to move ahead, not just on one issue at a time, but tackle all of these issues at the same time. The economy, the environment, education, healthcare, housing, and reconciliation. They're all connected. That's a lesson we learned from the trade union movement. You know that wages, job conditions, equity, and justice are all connected. You also know that by pulling together, you can accomplish almost anything. That's our approach, working together to build a stronger BC for everyone. The old ways got us into multiple messes that we're all now trying to clean up. In our forests, in our waterways, in our historic relationships. Now is the time for a better BC. Together, this is our chance to build the clean, secure, affordable BC that all of us have wanted for so long. We want British Columbia to move up, and I know MoveUP wants that as well. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk to you today. I look forward to the day when we can finally meet together in person and celebrate the successes that MoveUP has brought to British Columbia, not just to your members, but to everyone in every corner of this great province.